there. I'm Doug Reiling with Centennial Tax Accounting, and this is my 2 cents on the executive order modernizing payments to and from America's bank account. As you may have heard in the news, as of September 30th, 2025, the U.S. Treasury will no longer issue paper checks for most government payments, effectively mandating direct deposit instead. Now, the focus of this press has rightly been on those receiving Social Security and Veterans Administration and other federal benefits because these folks may need to take action soon to ensure no interruption to their income. Less well publicized, but equally important, is the second half of the executive order, which requires that anyone sending money to the government must do so electronically as well. In other words, after September 30th, 2025, it may not be possible to pay your taxes by check anymore. Now, there's been surprisingly little guidance from the IRS on this transition, which theoretically impacts extended tax returns for 2024 that are due on October 15th of 2025. Now, even if checks are accepted by the IRS with those returns, it's very likely they will not be accepting checks, paper checks, for fourth quarter 2025 estimates, which are coming due in January of 2026. Now, there are some very narrow exceptions to this new no checks regime for those without access to banking services, and it's possible that additional exceptions or relief will be added over time. But I'm not expecting any of those exceptions to apply to average Americans paying their taxes, at least not in the long term. So, how are you going to pay your taxes digitally going forward? Well, for those of you working with a CPA to file your taxes, you simply ask them to include EFW, that's Electronic Funds Withdrawal, instructions when e-filing your returns each year. We've been doing this for most of our clients for many years with nearly zero issues. If you prefer to manage the payments yourself, another option would be the service the IRS offers called Direct Pay, which is free and allows individuals to make quick and easy payments directly from their checking or savings account. You can schedule payments up to 365 days in advance and receive instant confirmation. Or, if you take the time, it's a little extra process here, but if you take the time to sign up for an online account or an EFTPS account with the IRS, those services include anytime payment, either online or by phone, tools to manage and modify previously scheduled payments, and ongoing access to your payment history. It's also theoretically possible to pay by debit card, credit card, or digital wallet online or by phone, but this involves paying a third party to process the payment, and so fees apply, which we aren't usually big fans of here at CTA. Likewise, you could consider working with your bank to send money with the IRS via wire transfer, though, of course, bank fees may apply here too. Finally, it's actually theoretically still possible to pay the IRS using cash, though ironically, accessing this in-person service requires use of the internet to get a barcode from the IRS that you would show to select retailers who participate in the program. And there's a bunch of other caveats and limits on this program. I don't think very many people are actually likely to benefit from it. Now, that's a lot of information very quickly, but your CPA should be prepared to explain how they're going to help you. Remember, not all CPAs use modern commercial-grade software, and even those with good software may not have kept up on how to use it properly to process payments. Do not assume your CPA is already on top of this for you. And if they say they can't help you when you ask, consider shopping around for a professional who can. Thanks for listening today. I'm Doug Riley, and that's my 2 cents on the executive order modernizing payments to and from America's bank account. Have a good one.